Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kincaid or Ice Rink 5 AM here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a much requested class setup video. Now, I actually asked my Twitter followers if they'd like to see this video or a couple other options today, so if you guys want to have a say in what I post, then definitely go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Now, this will be part 1 of my class setup video where I'll be discussing my 4 submachine gun classes, and then soon I'll be posting the second part where I'll discuss my assault rifles, my sniper, and my shotgun class. Now, before we begin, the Christmas item in yesterday's video was a penguin with a Santa hat on, and be sure to look for the Christmas item in today's video. So on my first custom class, I've got the MSMC as my primary weapon, and as you can see, I've got it gold at 2nd Prestige, so I definitely have a lot of experience with this weapon, and even after the patch, I'd still say that it's my favorite weapon in the game. So this is one of my classes where I typically run higher kill streaks, so I've got the suppressor to keep me off the map, and I have the fast mag for quicker reloads. The suppressor and the fast mag attachments are pretty much my go-to attachments when I'm running high score streaks. Now for my secondary weapon, I'm using the Executioner, and this weapon's not very popular, but all you really need is a reliable secondary that you enjoy using, like the BO2. Now if you're running higher kill streaks, you will definitely want to use both Ghost and Hardline. Ghost keeps you off the radar, and Hardline lets you get your high kill streaks around 3 kills earlier, which is absolutely insane. Now for my second perk, I've got Toughness, and I feel that this perk is just absolutely necessary for winning gunfights, and you can go ahead and check out my Toughness perk guide if you don't know why. Now I also use Dexterity because it really gives me an advantage in gunfights, and if you guys don't know why, you can also check out that perk guide. I'll just link the perk guide playlist down in the description. Now on the classes that I use to go for high score streaks, I definitely like to use a shock charge because you can throw it in a doorway and camp the corner, one off your kill streak, and then once you see it hit marker, you go ahead and kill the enemy, and there you go. It's definitely a good tactic, although it would make a lot of people mad. No, I'm not running a lethal because I just don't think throwing one grenade is worth 10% of your class. And the 10th point on my class is obviously perk 1 greed since I'm using both Ghost and Hardline. Now on my next class, I've got the PDW-57, and this gun is also gold at 2nd Prestige, and I've got a couple thousand kills with it. Now for a long time, I used this gun going for high score streaks like the MSMC, which is perfectly fine. You can go ahead and slap on silencer, fast mag, and use the same class that I showed you for the MSMC. But lately, I've been using it as more of an objective class. As you can see, I'm not using a suppressor, I'm just using fast mag laser sight, and I just use this gun's large magazine to its advantage. And a secondary weapon really isn't all that necessary with this gun. Now for my first perks, I'm still using Ghost to keep me off the map. That's my go-to first perk. And then I'm also using Flak Jacket because it really helps you capture objectives without dying from lethal grenades. And then secondly, I've got Toughness once again and Dexterity. And on this class, I do use a lethal. I use the C4 because it's great to place on objectives and then blow up when the enemies begin taking them. And then I'm also using a smoke grenade because it really helps you capture the enemy objectives. And then once again, I've got perk 1 greed. Next, I've got another submachine gun, and this one's really underrated and underused, and I just picked up this gun yesterday, and I've been doing absolutely amazing with it, and that is the Chicom Cqb. Now, this gun does seem to be a fair bit more powerful without the suppressor, so sometimes I go with suppressor fast mag, but sometimes I try to go without the suppressor and use fast mag stock or fast mag laser sight. Other than that, this class is identical to my MSMC class, and I go for high score streaks with it because this is an absolutely amazing weapon. Now, I'd like to mention that a reliable secondary is fairly necessary for this class. You'd figure that you wouldn't have to worry about ammo with a burst weapon, but as it turns out, since the Chicom has a huge fire rate, you'll run out of ammo and a secondary can definitely save your life. Now, I think a common misconception with the Chicom is that people think it needs to be used for medium to long range, and that is not true at all. This gun works best at close range, just like any submachine gun. Now, on my 4th and final submachine gun class, I use the MP7. Now, by no means would I claim that this is the best submachine gun in Black Ops 2, but it's definitely fun to rush around with. Once again, I use my go-to silencer fast mag setup, and I use this class pretty much for going for medium level score streaks. Now, I like to use the BO2 in this class just to switch it up from the Executioner, and my first perks are once again Ghost and Hardline. After getting used to playing with Hardline, it's just so hard to go back because your score streaks come so much easier. Now, I've got Toughness and Dexterity once again. These are just absolutely amazing perks. Now, with my MSMC and my Chicom class, I kind of like to play more conservative because I go for higher kill streaks, but with this class, I'm a little bit more rush happy, so I tend to use a concussion grenade for my tactical. Once again, I don't feel that a lethal's really worth it unless you're using Scavenger, and I just don't have enough custom class points to put Scavenger on there. Lastly, I've got perk 1 greed once again. So guys, those are my 4 submachine gun classes in Black Ops 2, and I'll be bringing you a video of my other 4 classes soon. Now, I hope that you've gained some valuable information about your classes from this video, and if you did, a like rating would be greatly appreciated, and a comment would be awesome as well. Thanks a lot for watching, and let's go ahead and move on to the outro. On screen now are two of my previous videos. The one on the left is the comparison of the MSMC and PDW's recoil before and after patch, and on the right is a comparison of the extended clip and the fast mag attachment, and I would appreciate it if you guys could check that one out. You can click Ice Rink 5am to head right to my channel, and I would appreciate it if you could subscribe as well. I'll see you guys next video.